Stephen House from Full-Time Devils. This is the transfer review show where we go through all the ins and outs and all the rumours and all the bullshit, what's going on with Manchester United, so we can digest it into one easy video and you can move on with your lives. How's that sound? First on the agenda today, Sergio Aguero. We've all got very strong feelings about what we think of him as a Manchester City player. In terms of footballing ability, he's one of the best the Premier League has seen. His strike rate's phenomenal. He is a joy to watch, unfortunately, when he plays in blue. Can't really get to love him, can we? Now, Paul Scholes wants him or Griezmann. This is in the Metro, but no, he actually did say it, so we don't need to take it from the Metro. Would I take Sergio Aguero? I can't answer that. I really don't know. I think he's a phenomenal player, but I think for me, he's a City legend. Why do I want a City legend playing at United? Is it funny to mug City off because we've just had one of their all-time legends come and join us? He's still got plenty of life left in him as a footballer, but do we want City's cast-offs? I say no. I say if it's a choice between the two, I'll go with Griezmann. So as good as he is, as much as I can appreciate the guy as a player, I mean, would City even sell him to us anyway? They don't need the money, do they? So, 1 out of 10. Fabinho. This guy's come out, or his old man's come out, and said that he would prefer to go to City. Sound. Go to fucking City, mate. I don't care. If you want to come to Manchester United, be all about Manchester United. Don't come and be like, oh, I've got a soft spot for them, I've got a soft spot for them. You can have 97 clubs. That's up to you. I don't want you at United if you don't want to be here. That being said, it does seem like Jose Mourinho and Manchester United are scouting every single player to come from Portugal or even go to Portugal on holiday. So there's probably a little bit of truth to the fact that we might be in for him. It's a position that we're looking at, so 4 out of 10. All right, we've got Ross Barkley. This one's in the Daily Star, which we all know is about as reliable as the writing on a toilet wall. But let's check this one out. Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley didn't really develop, did he? He burst onto the scene like a young Wayne Rooney. Everyone was expecting massive things. England's future, this, that, and the other, and he's just flatlined. Absolutely no progression from him whatsoever. Has not really took up that mantle. Is he going to be another English wasted talent? Very likely to be. Now, as I said, it's in the Star, and they've linked him to 5 clubs. Talk about covering your bases, lads. Jesus Christ. They reckon City and United are in for him. Unlikely, considering the amount of number 10s that we both have. And then basically every club in London. Like, Daily Star, come on. If you're going to make a rumour up, at least make it half believable by pinning the tail on one donkey that you think he's going to go to. This particular donkey's not coming to United. We don't want him. We've got far too many number 10s that are a lot better than him. Why would we get the pretender to Wayne Rooney when we've got the real Wayne Rooney who's still better than him at 31 years of age when he's on the decline? So like the Daily Star, I'm going to cover my bases, 8 out of 10. Mikel Antonio, West Ham. Now, we've seen a lot of crazy rumours with Manchester United and West Ham. This one appeared in the Sunday People as like a little bit of a, oh, there might be something in there. And the Express went, green light, let's have it. So the Express went completely balls to the wall with it, and they reckon that Mikel Antonio is coming to Manchester United. Let's talk about the guy as a player. Now, on the right-hand side, I think we need a player that runs with the ball, that runs at people, that creates chances, that scores goals. Mikel Antonio actually kind of fits that bill. I like him as a footballer. He's got 8 goals this season for West Ham, who are absolutely terrible this season. So it's not a bad return for him. Could he make the step up to a club like Manchester United? I think he might. I think he might do. I think he could easily fit into a top 4 side. I think he'd be an asset to any of them. That being said, do I think that Manchester United, looking at what we signed last season, are shopping for the likes of Mikel Antonio from West Ham? Probably get rinsed on the price from any other Premier League team, no matter who we went for. Don't really see it happening, but you never know. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Here's one that turned out to be true. Thomas Muller, Manchester United, flung a bid in for him via fax. I mean, honestly, who's still using faxes? Like, I don't know anybody who uses a fax in their day-to-day life, but it seems that multi-million-pound corporations like football clubs decide that using a fax machine is perfectly normal behaviour, whatever. So United faxed in an offer of around about £85 million for Thomas Muller last season in the summer. So it's obvious that Jose Mourinho doesn't have a budget to be working with, does it? Interesting that Manchester United went for another player of that sort of calibre, of that sort of intent, really, because Thomas Muller is a massive player. I don't know how he would have fit into this Manchester United system. But what it does tell me is that coming the next summer, Ed Woodward and his fax machine are going to be massively busy. So we can't give this one a rating because obviously it didn't happen. But it did happen in terms of that we put the offer in for Muller. So maybe sometimes the papers do get things right. Right, that was the ins. Let's talk about the bullshit, I mean the outs. So, Marcus Rashford. Of all the Manchester United players that you could link with an exit, of all the Manchester United players that you could say are spitting their dummy out, of all the Manchester United players that say that aren't getting game time, Marcus Rashford recently made his 50th appearance for Manchester United in less than a year at 19 years of age. no game time. If you're going to think of a lie, think of a one that's at least believable. So he signed a new contract in May, so he's not renewing his contract. He's got 50 appearances under his belt in less than a year, so he's not got a lack of game time. Besides that, he's happy at Manchester United, he's loving life under Jose Mourinho, and he's developing as a footballer. Literally, is this the worst rumour that you could have come up with? The worst rumour that you could have come up with, apart from Sir Alex Ferguson's got a City tattoo or something like that. This is absolute nonsense. I can't give this a lower rating than 0, but it's fucking lower than 0. Luke Shaw, now we sort of said this last week, didn't we, when Anthony Martial was in the team, and we was like, well, that's the end of the Anthony Martial's on his way rumours. Or is it? So they're going to now pick on Luke Shaw because he's been out of the team for a while. I don't know, do the press just hate Manchester United running well and just like, we need to make some rumours up, we need to try and disrupt them, we need to just get under the skin of everybody. Now, this Luke Shaw rumour, we've seen it in all the obvious candidates, and you know who I'm talking about, but when it pops up in the Independent like it has done in this case, you go, oh, but then you read it and you read that none of the actual reputable journalists that work for the Independent have put their name to it. The author of this is sports staff. Is that the intern? Is that someone who's like, I know this is bullshit, I'm not putting my name to it? I don't know. One of the lines in the article which makes you go, they don't even believe it is. They say, Luke Shaw's future hangs in the balance. Does it really hang in the balance? I don't think it does. I think Luke Shaw definitely needs to take the opportunity that's going to come his way soon. But until then, what can you say? He's not going to just get rid of him. United aren't going to dump a £30 million player for nothing, are they? He's young enough, he's good enough, he will come back into the team and he will do all right once he gets back in the team. Interesting that this is in the Independent, but I think you can also file it in the bullshit bin when no one's been willing to put their name to it. 3 out of 10. Right then, Anthony Martial, Spurs, several places reporting this one, all of them bullshit. Right, can we just get serious for a minute here? How is going to Spurs gonna help Anthony Martial? Why would United sell to Spurs? Why would Spurs think that it could attract a player of Anthony Martial's calibre? Let's get real on this now. There's probably 2 places maybe in the world where Anthony Martial will be going after Manchester United. One of them sounds like Smas Malona, one of them sounds like Smil Manrid, right? He's not going anywhere apart from possibly one of those. And he might not ever go to one of those. Anthony Martial is far too good to be ever seen wearing a cockerel on a ball on his shirt. Absolute nonsense. This came on the back of all of the rumours that he wasn't in the team and Jose's fell out with him and there's a rift, which we all found out to be bullshit, didn't we? So why did someone just continue this and why throw Spurs into the mix? Why not throw some unbelievable like Barcelona or Real Madrid? Why throw Spurs? Honestly, do Spurs actually believe that they're capable of attracting players from Manchester United? You're our feeder club, know your place. 0 out of 10. Right, that's it for the transfer review this week. All the ins, all the outs, and basically all the bullshit has been covered in one easily digestible video for you. Please get your comments in below. Do you think any of these are likely to happen? Have I got it wrong on any of them? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like it, subscribe if you don't already, and get on with your life.